Well, hello there, welcome back from that break. Remember, this is Sports City, your home of sports analysis. Just in case you're joining us right about now, my name is Bill Clinton Odhiambo. On my left, Mr. Elvis Odhiambo, and a fellow correspondent as well, Mr. Felix Makona. Our sign language interpreter is Mr. Gideon Maina. We were just done. We were talking about the African Cup of Nations, and we're switching now focus to the international scenes, talking about the EPL, and later on also tutamalizia na Kpl kidogo. But then again, gentlemen, EPL tuna early kickoff na mechi imeshika, mechi imekuwa mchuano inaanza kushika sasa vile inafaa, hata before tuingilie maneno ya early kickoff between Manchester City and Everton. Let's first talk about the fact how the league table is looking like. Liverpool, they are leading, yes, with 51 points. But then again, it's following closely is Manchester City with the 49 points. But we should, first of all, acknowledge the fact that we're on a game in hand. So anything can happen as far as City, getting the title, charging to the title is concerned. And then third place, so one Arsenal with the 49 points, also tying with Manchester City. And then fourth place, amazingly, is Aston Villa with the 46 points. All teams have played 23 games this weekend to Kpl Matchday 24, apart from Manchester City, who have played 22 games. But then again, an early kickoff, Manchester City against Everton. Gentlemen, what should we expect? The fact that we are in the second half of the season, all games are important. Yeah. Some of the managers are talking about they should treat each game as finals. That is Eric Ten Hag. Each game should be treated as finals. Are we in a situation where we are seeing, we are going to see the prowess of teams like Manchester City in this stage, because we understand that they are aware Arsenal in our quarter, but then again Liverpool play mbele yao, and facing a side like Everton, who are coming into this game with a little bit of confidence because they held Tottenham to a 2-2 draw last weekend. And so they understand that anything can happen, because they are also relegation threatened. Now wataka kujitoa pale in that particular stage against a team like Manchester City. What should you expect this afternoon, Felix? Okay, this afternoon I expect Manchester City to win with more than 4 goals. Hey, come back again. 4 goals with more than because yes. When a team like Manchester City reaches this stage, right, where every game is crucial, every game counts, I think even Pep Guardiola goes mad. He doesn't go for the points again, he goes for the goals. Right. Because you remember, was it 2018-2019 when Liverpool took the cup? They took it because of goals. Right. So at this point is goal crucial. Difference really matters. Yeah, at this point goal difference is crucial for Manchester City. Manchester City from today onward, they are not looking for 3 points. Right. Because Pep Guardiola always knows I have these 3 points. Like today when I'm starting this match, right, the first goal gives me the 3 points. So it is the work of the players to continue scoring and scoring and scoring, so that they make sure they are on top, whether on goals or on points. So what I would say from the match that is about to start in about 17 minutes, right, Manchester City will win straight away. Okay. Of course, Elvis, do you support the same? Because we understand the fact that getting goals is not a problem for Manchester City. Phil Foden last week got a amazing hat-trick, and he got a lot of praise from Pep Guardiola, saying, of course, he has managed a lot of players in his career, in his managerial career, but he singled out Phil Foden as the player who can dribble, score, and do everything. It's a combination of trying to compare with Messi, and he has everything. Yeah. But then again, Elvis, just like Felix is saying, goal difference really matters. Are we at a point in the Premier League where we are going to see that other side of Manchester City, the hungry side, where a team like Everton can be easily dismantled, especially, they've not been doing really well, Everton, just like I mentioned earlier, they are relegation threatened, just a single point between them and Luton, who are also wanaponea pale chini. But these are the kind of games, especially at home, that Pep Guardiola really fancies. Anakuja anashine vibaya sana. What is your assumption of how this game will pan out, Elvis?
It's risky and it will be tough.
All right.
Man City must thrash Everton. We are not sorry for Everton, because Man City at this point, Man City is not giving any opportunity to Everton because looking at the previous game, they have won against Everton, all of them. So, and marketing is very important, and Man City, they feel comfortable because this game is at home. As you see, Foden, Haaland, they have to win, they have to score. Grealish is not there, is missing. That is why Foden is actually responsible with Haaland to really shine in this game. I think Kevin De Bruyne will be there, can score, but Rodri can score also. They have to score, they must score. That is why Man City have managed to score all the game. So I think Man City are not worried because Pep Guardiola, the coach, they want to win again, and they want to take this cup again. They have 49 points, and now if they thrash Everton, they go back to the leading the table. But Arsenal, I'm really sorry for because they lost the opportunity of winning the cup. Now Arsenal is just a number. It's just a number 3, but winning the cup this year it is hard for them. But I think the team has been cast already. So that is an honest talk. A team has been cast. Man City will win this cup again. Liverpool must make sure they really work so hard for that table, because Man City thrashing Everton is very easy. 2 years ago, Everton was a good team and with a lot of good players, but right now we've seen them getting a chance to be relegated. I think the cooperation, the team cooperation for Everton side is really deteriorating. But you see, Haaland is angry for the game because he has missed some goals. I think this year he hasn't really scored a lot of goals as last season. So I think this will be an opportunity for Haaland to really score probably 3 or 4, and also for them to really score, and Rodri also to score, and Alvarez and De Bruyne also to score. So we will see the gap for the goals widen up. So I think it will be like 6 or. But I'm sure Haaland will score probably. It will be 6-0, so that they can go back to the leading the game. Coach really wants he wants this win because he'll be very proud to win at home, because a lot of supporters will be there. So if they lose this game, it will affect the team's morale, and it will affect the coach. So I think the game will go 6-0. That is my opinion. I hope you guys, gentlemen, agree. I hope we agree with Man City. And I know the Arsenal disagree, but for this one, to agree.
All right. Of course, you just had some of those names: Rodri, Haaland, De Bruyne. Some of these players were not towards the end of the first half of the season. They were out because of injury. The likes of De Bruyne, the likes of Haaland. Sai wamerudi, and judging to the time is not really friendly for other teams, because this is the second half of the season where just like you started off by saying, goals matter, a lot of top qualities matters. The first goal, yes, give you 3 points, but others will give you that goal difference margin. When you look at we're taking a look at the squad penye iko, plus someone in the midfield on the likes of Rodri. Rodri, I think we saw in the post that as far as statistics is concerned, he has not lost a game for 1 year. And at this particular point in time in the Premier League, where they are hungry to get positive results, he can be a really crucial player for the team. De Bruyne and Rudi pale wanasaidiana pale back to back, and City have sort of a clear team A and a clear team B. What's the perspective on how they are going to progress throughout the season?
Okay, first I will say Manchester City, sometimes it becomes useless without Rodri.
Right. But
that's for fact.
Yes.
Because when Rodri was injured, and when
they lost the game,
I remember he was sent out of the field. I think it was a red card. and they lost to Arsenal. They lost. They were drawing against I think Luton, and I think Tottenham could have easily beaten them.
Right.
But at some point, Luton was. I think it was a game. Luton was leading 1-0.
Right.
And Rodri was on the bench.
Right.
Until Rodri entered that field,
The game changed.
is when Manchester City started scoring.
Right.
And they won that game 2-1. So I will easily say that Manchester City, as long as they are the powerhouse, as long as they are the leaders,
right.
but they still depend on the likes of Kina Haaland, the likes of Kina De Bruyne,
right.
the likes of Kina Rodri, for them to be stable and win the matches with a margin of goals.
Right.
But again, I would say if Manchester City, those players have recovered, those players are now fit to play. You can see Haaland is there, De Bruyne is back assisting and scoring, Rodri is there in the defense, in the midfield, trying playing as a defensive midfielder.
Right.
So I will give Manchester City another season of winning the EPL.
Okay.
Because with those players, they have the power, they have the engine.
Right.
Yeah, they can drive forward and they can score a lot of goals.
Alright, gentlemen, I want to know your predictions this afternoon. The lineups are already out, and when you look at the squad, Haaland is back up front, backed by Jeremiah Doku in place of Mans like Grealish. Alvarez and Foden are supporting just behind. Kama kawaida in the midfield, Rodri is there, and he is being supported by Matheus Nunes. Then between the sticks, kama kawaida, their man Ederson. And Stones, Akanji, Diaz, and Nathan Ake. That is the back line as far as the back line is concerned. Everton up front, their main man Calvert-Lewin. Then they have Ashley Young actually playing up front, say not a left back, but pale katikati wako na James Garner and Idrissa Gueye is back from AFCON duties. Pale between the sticks, the number one Pickford. What is your prediction in this game? You said 4 goals and more. Every 6 goals and more. Give me a prediction.
You see that Manchester City lineup.
In hatari sana. Alvarez to score, Haaland to score.
Just the lineup only guarantees you 3 points.
Right.
Because you see John Stones ako hapo na Rodri ako hapo. Those players can interchange and play very well.
Right.
Hapo tukianza tu hapo kwa defense.
Yes.
Goalkeeper ako sawa, hata kwa kishika mpira mingi kutoka kwa timu like Everton. So that one guarantees them 3 points.
Okay.
They have 3 points in the pocket. Now, what they are going to look for in this match is just goals. If they can score goals and go on top, by the Manchester City tonight, they will sleep on top.
They sleep on top, right? Kusahau pale baadaye kuna Liverpool na Burnley, and that is our next conversation. Liverpool and Burnley. Liverpool tumesema already wako juu ya table, but then again they are coming to the game wounded after the disappointing 3-1 loss to Arsenal last weekend. And you know, Klopp hata seme nini, aki lose he'll still smile. But we saw the disappointment and sort of embarrassment kidogo in his face because, you know, after his announcement of him leaving the club at the end of the season, many expected that going forward Liverpool will be formidable. Hawatanyorosha hata kidogo. But Arsenal ni nani? Pewa zako tatu. So is it safe to say that Liverpool are still in the title race? Against a side like Burnley, of course, because Burnley are struggling or relegation huko chini. Maybe what is your prediction this afternoon? Liverpool against Burnley, and where should they, learn from, especially after that disappointing performance against Arsenal?
Okay, thank you very much. I think Arsenal is always lucky. That is why Liverpool lost to Arsenal. But now, Liverpool has to thrash Burnley.
Right.
Yes. But previously we saw Arsenal had a very good tactic.
Right.
The tactics was really good, making Liverpool confused with their game, because Liverpool they were wrong on pushing, but Arsenal was very quick on the front. Walikula ndio mbio wakashinda. So that Arsenal and Liverpool, let us just take it aside, but it's okay. Walishinda, but hawatachukua. It's fine. But now I believe Liverpool has been disappointed from that match with Arsenal, and they have to come back and really thrash Burnley, because Burnley is in the relegation team, is number 19, right?
Yeah. Right, 19, yes.
Yes, number 19, both with Sheffield United. So Salah is back, and I think he will include a lot of games. Nunes is there, and Luis Diaz is there, so they have to really score. Liverpool, they are going back to the lead of the table, so I think thrashing Burnley, they will be interchanging with Man City after Man City has thrashed Everton, so they will be interchanging with Man City. So I believe Liverpool will thrash Burnley. I think they lost 1 week last weekend against Arsenal. So they are bringing the disappointment here, and I believe Burnley will have a taste of their disappointment. So I think they are dreaming of really winning this game. So we will see how Man City and Liverpool are fighting for this cup. So let us see, and we will confirm who will take the cup. But we will confirm who will take the game between Man U and Liverpool. But Arsenal, Arsenal out.
And on Liverpool's side, you cannot really say when you compare the two sides, Liverpool and Manchester City. Manchester City can score depth. Liverpool, I know that scored depth. You just saw Thiago just came last weekend, 85th minute, but then again, Gimme Meisha, and immediately is again injured, and this is not really, we don't know how long atakuwa injured, but that is something that Liverpool is not enjoying, squad depth. And when you see when you come against a team like Burnley unaweza kaza. We saw that against Fulham last weekend. They played a 2-2 game, so they can really come in and capitalize on such instances, because I believe also Alexander Arnold is a big doubt for this game, because there were reports he was limping off the previous game. But then again, they have a youngster to come in and fit in that position. But then again, the squad depth is really not there. We're not seeing that. Is that a big problem for? Is it a big concern for Liverpool going forward, knowing the fact that ELVIS amesema City wakishinda, it will be interchanging pale juu? Should this be a big concern going forward, that they should capitalize on every game that they have? Okay,
Liverpool, let's say Liverpool, even though they may have some players on the bench, some players are injured, but I think Liverpool have still the power to win games. But again, today they are playing against Burnley at 6. So you see, Burnley are trying to escape relegation, and Liverpool are trying to be top of the table. Me, I would say Liverpool, they have players, even though they have no more players on the bench, but they have players who can play. They have world-class players. But what really affects Liverpool, they become anxious. They only count 3 points before even they play the game. If you see when they were playing,
counting your chickens before they hatch.
They believed. When they entered the Emirates, they believed that we will beat Arsenal. We have been beating Arsenal. We beat them in the FA Cup, and we eliminated them. So this one we will win. So if Liverpool can at least calm down and fight hard so that they win game, but they don't go to the field with that mentality that this team, they lose to us every time. So Liverpool, I remember last season when Nottingham were promoted to the Premier League, they started by beating Liverpool. Because Liverpool always believed that this team is weak. This team is from the Championship, so we can beat it. So even today, Burnley can disappoint Liverpool by beating them, because they want just to escape relegation. But Liverpool, mostly they are anxious.
Anxious is the word. And talking about being anxious and counting blessings before the weekend, counting chicks before they hatch. Tottenham against Brighton. Tottenham enjoyed. We were watching this game with you last weekend. Tottenham enjoyed a 2-0 advantage against Everton. Everton they come back, ikisha 2-2. Against Brighton, of course, they were humiliated before last weekend with the Luton 4 thrashing 4-0. They replicated that against Crystal Palace, wakashinda 4-1 for scoring I believe all goals in the first half. And these two sides meeting today afternoon, Tottenham versus Brighton. This is a tough game to call, gentlemen. Do you believe, Elvis, that Tottenham can really sustain the pressure that Brighton have? Of course, Brighton have shown glimpses not seriousness hapo katikati kidogo, and also same as Tottenham as well, because going with that mentality that we are superior is what cost them against Everton last time out. But this time around, Son is back, the captain, after being them disqualified in the Asian Cup tournament. Yeah. So they have that additional ammunition against Brighton, additional player. What is your prediction this afternoon? And how do you believe Tottenham are going to play their game against Brighton?
All right. Thank you very much. This time I believe Tottenham will win, because Brighton previously they had the best players and they were playing very good and they were winning game. About now you see their game has changed. So Welbeck is back. They have depended on him to score the game. So their game has been like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. So I think the coach will give the same position and the same player. If they don't change, their tactics, I think the defense. If they don't change the tactics, the defense will be good. But if they change, the defense will get stuck.
Right.
For me, Tottenham today they have to improve, because they really tried. You see, Son is not there. If he was there, the captain he has to score. But Son has an injury, so it will just depend on Son. Yes, he's there. Previously, he had missed the game, but because of injury. But now he's back. If Song is there, honestly, he's a good leader, because Song has a very good confidence, and scoring tactics is really good. So I think they focus on positioning, because Brighton they can lose to Brighton. If Brighton lost, I think that will be a problem. So they focus on Brighton has some players who are playing on African. So I think they have to train more and train harder before coming to this game.
Right.
But I think I'm giving more responsibility to the coach. If the coach for Brighton tries to manage the game really good, I think, and giving the positioning very good, I think Brighton also is a dangerous team, and they have a chance to win against Tottenham. So Tottenham, the player Charles, Tottenham player yes, the Brazilian one. He's a very dangerous person. So if Tottenham will be given a clear opportunity, they will score. But if the game they play a poor game, then Brighton has an opportunity to win. So Song being there will be an added advantage. So I think my prediction is 2-1 Tottenham against Brighton, because the game for Brighton has been up and down, right. And we've seen Tottenham having an improvement. So just like you see, they're just behind Manu. So they're just following up with Manchester.
All right. For Tottenham side, they're trying to get back to the top 4. Remember, they were really, when the season started, they were really confident and that they were really commanding the top 4. For a minute, they enjoyed number 1 kidogo. Yeah. But right about now, they're number 5, catching up to Aston Villa with only 2 points. Yeah. How crucial is this game for them? Remember, Brighton are also trying to keep afloat, on the top 10 half, because they're currently 8th. And they're seemingly dropped as far as performance-wise is concerned. But how much of a threat is Brighton against Tottenham?
Tottenham, they have never been a big threat to Brighton, because Brighton always tries to disappoint big teams and tries to score many goals against them.
They've been successful at that.
Yeah, yes. Especially if you look at the likes of Kina Mitoma,
right. Welbeck pale mbele. João Pedro pale mbele.
The team is set to destroy big teams.
Right.
So what I will say is that Tottenham should be fighting for top 4. since at least they may not, at least I give them slim chances of winning the Premier League. But they will be fighting for top 4, at least they are back in the Champions League.
Right.
Because again, Manchester United is looking to enter the top 4. So Tottenham should just at least try to beat Brighton,
right,
so that their hopes of entering the top 4
right,
are alive.
Right.
But if Tottenham continues to lose to these teams, like Tottenham, kina Brighton, kina Brentford, they will again slide. Wataenda wakutana na kina Chelsea pale chini,
right,
number 10.
Right.
That's for a fact. But if Tottenham start winning today, and
they are a threat. No.
Yeah, they are a threat even to Liverpool, because right, they will not be far from the top. Right. They will be even a threat to Arsenal. They will be a threat to Manchester City, because they will reduce the gap, because now they are at 46 points. If they win today, they go 49. Right. But Arsenal. Right. So Tottenham should start winning from today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asante sana. Of course, there is this team kaitwa Aston Villa kanasumbua sana, and that will be up to Manchester United tomorrow.
Yeah.
Awanyoroshe, awashuke. Ama namna gani?
I was to talk about Manchester United.
Right.
Manchester United has started winning their games.
Wamerudi vizuri.
Manchester United are back online.
Right.
So I see them destroying Aston Villa tomorrow, at least to compete with Tottenham for the top 4.
Asante sana. Of course, other teams in action. Pewa yangu. Hapo ni mwalimu nasikilana peke yake. But as far as other action is concerned, entertaining game pale baadaye, Wolves against Brentford. Wolves have been on a perfect run of form so far. Disappointing Chelsea. Kidogo Manchester wapone, wafanywe ile kitu lakini waliponea. But Wolves are in a consistent form. Brentford, of course, the services of Ivan Toney imerudi, but that is not enough, because even the coach said he might be moving. And when you look at the quality of players wamebaki pale, Tony ameinua team sana, safe to say. What is the prediction, gentlemen, as far as these two are concerned? Let me start with you, please. Wolves kati ya Brentford.
I believe Wolves.
Right.
I believe Wolves will win, because it's not a cheap team. You see, Manu waliponea. So you see, Wolves imechapa Chelsea. So I believe Wolves is a strong team.
Right.
But the problem is just the management. I think the management is the problem, but we've seen the progress and the improvement. But Brentford, it will be beaten 3-1 by Wolves, because Wolves have, it is confident, and it's known. You know a short player. Who is Wolves. He's a very dangerous person. So for him attacking and really putting a lot of pressure, whatever, hata kama anaangushwa anaamuka na anaenda na score. So Wolves have a good improvement. Previously it was just a cheap team, but for now we've seen the improvement. So Adama, yes. So they've really depended on him, and now he has moved to Barcelona.
Saudi Arabia, right?
Saudi Arabia, yes, Saudi Arabia. Now they are really worried because he has already moved. But I think he will be back to the EPL, I guess. But now Wolves are really focused on this game. You see, Liverpool is depending on money. Yes. They're depending on money, and they depend on the money, and it was really going down. But right now, Wolves they depended on Adam, but right now when he has moved, at least you can see the progress and improvement. Right. So I believe Wolves will score because they have some good players and they have some good positioning, but it will depend if they sleep on the game and the defense sleep and the center mid-center sleep, then Brentford can have a position to score, and they can really put a lot of pressure. But if they make Brentford stuck on the goal, number nine is very strong. Is very strong. So Wolves must defend and make the number 9 and number 11 really start. So, but I think for this game, Wolves will win 3-1.
Talking about sleeping on the job, Newcastle did that last time out na kidogo waliponea, because they had to come back and secure a 4-4 draw against Luton Town. They are in action against Nottingham Forest. Are we going to see a similar replication? They are aware of the mistakes they did, and are going to double up their efforts. So PGA for it.
Okay, I think Newcastle nowadays has become beatable. They beat.
Yeah, Luton alifanya mambo.
Yeah, the last time I told you,
right.
The only thing I see there is a draw.
Right.
Because I think nowadays Newcastle are jokers.
Right.
They come to the ground to joyride. But in this game,
right.
I see at least Nottingham Forest, they have been beaten several. So right. I think this is their game to at least retrieve their pain and come back to winning ways. Because Newcastle nowadays has deteriorated, has become like the prime Crew Alexandria. Right. So I think it is time for Nottingham Forest at least to do something.
Wajikaza kidogo.
Yeah, because if Everton win and a team like Luton win, they will be putting Nottingham Forest at least in the relegation zone. Right. So I think it is their time to come up and show at least their qualities. You see, Nottingham are good at buying players. Their management is good at buying players. They right. bring in Elanga, right. Those players that are very experienced. But it's their time to show the world that these players have not been coming here to joke. They are coming here to do at least a job.
Some serious business.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you so much for that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, time na tupiga chenga tukifungia, lakini there's still a lot of KPL action to go through. But then again, on Monday we'll provide that opportunity to discuss further. Remember, we talked about Gor Mahia. They were having their first defeat of the season against Police. They did really well. But then again, Tusker also suffered a massive defeat, 1-0. Imeshikisha chini mpaka number 6. But as far as the top 4 is concerned, Gor Mahia are enjoying the top spot with 43 points. There are massive 8 points between them and second place Police, who are with 35 points. Then Bandari are third place, sharing points with City Stars with 34 points. And the two sides, Bandari and City Stars, will be in action to try and vie for the top 4 seats. So this is an interesting match. We'll be bringing you detailed analysis on Monday pale ndani ya Sports City Extra. And finally, Champions League is back.
Yeah.
Catch up with more details. Tutakuwa tunakupatia on Monday. Champions League is back, round of 16. We are so excited about that. But then again, catch up with the team. Can assist on Monday from 8 p.m. Till 9 p.m. Tutakuwa tunakuletea mchuano venye kutakuwa kunaenda, au sio?
Yeah.
All right. Also, we'll be having a special feature as far as the Olympics is concerned. Remember, this time around will be pale Paris, and also we'll be looking at kidogo pale Paralympics, giving you a detailed analysis of what to expect as far as the two major competitions this year are concerned. But then again, from the team, we're wishing thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We are saying a massive appreciation to everyone alongside the producers as well. And gentlemen, tukifunga kuna kitu kusema ama mko sawa? Watu wa Man City, watu wa Liverpool, watu wa Arsenal, mko sawa? All right. Until we meet up next time, remember to catch up with us our content YouTube pale Science TV Kenya. Like, follow, subscribe, share the content as well. And we are hoping to grow with you together. Ama magani. You've been with me, Bill Clinton Odhiambo, and joining me on Panditry has been ELVIS Odhiambo on my left and Felix Makona as well. My sign language interpreter has been Gideon Maina. And until we meet up next time, always remember to keep it Science TV. Have yourselves a good weekend.